I would like to welcome the third group. Feel welcome, the field is yours.
Hello, our names are Palina and Daria. We are going to present you our project of a urban redevelopment for Zawiszy Square in Warsaw. And our project is called Brama Zawiszy, which means Zawiszy Gate. So to begin, we want to point out that the Zawiszy Square in Warsaw brings some challenges and critical issues that do not provide it as a good space. For instance, as we can see on the second scheme, the area taken by asphalt and the roads is very large, and the greenery around this square is not connected at all. And moreover, the space of the square is not identified by any borders, like buildings or anything, which leaves people wondering where the square begins and where it ends. Secondly, there are a number of transportation points on the square, beginning with 2 train stations and finishing with trams and bus stops, which are also really poorly connected. The average time for crossing the square is from 2.5 minutes, and this is the problem which we have tried to solve as well. Next, please. So we have begun our project with the analysis and profiling of the users of the square. So here we have identified the functions of the buildings around the square, which are mostly cultural and commercial points, educational institutions and transport points. And we have identified the users of the square, who consist of local people of different ages, people working in commerce and business, also travelers who are temporary visitors of the square, and education like students and visitors of this group too. Next, please. And here it's a small scheme of how the groups are interconnected through the age and through the ways of communication with these people, such as smartphones and internet, newspapers, and public meetings and engagement. So this is our initial concept, our sketch, which represents the way we are changing the space of the square. And here on the first picture you can see the first initial idea of the square. The Zawiszy Square is located on the entrance to the city through Aleja Jerozolimskie, and we have decided to transform the space, which will represent a gate to the city of Warsaw. So we will see these viewpoints on the next slides. Next, please. Here is our master plan. We are introducing several groups of new buildings, which is the new train station, also a group of multifunctional buildings, and a group of hotel and modern market building. Also, we are enclosing the part of Krojecka Street, making it a pedestrian street, and only with tram lines going on it. Also, we are providing a connection between this street and the residential district located on the north of the square. This bridge also connects the train station with the pedestrian street and provides a nice connection for people to use it. Next, please. On this view of the pedestrian street, you can see the activities which we provide for the people on it. such as kids playground, small shops, flower shops, markets, anything, cafes and coffee shops, public toilets. Also, the buildings directly on the square have the function of the city info point and an art gallery, a small art gallery. Also here you can see a ground fountain which will entertain people, users, and cool down the area a little bit. Next please. And here is the space of the square. As you can see, we have reduced the space for traffic lanes, and we have provided boundaries for the square through putting the buildings directly onto it. In this case, in case of this building, we are restoring the original historical lines of the facades. I'm sorry. Yes, and this building is a part open, part enclosed public waiting space for the users of two tram stations, here and here, the white square, for them to rest, have fun, and eat something, drink coffee, do anything. Next. Here is the 3D visualization of the square. Here you can see the space which I have mentioned before. It's in the shape of a wave, and people can sit either outdoor and indoor. Here is the tram station with the bridge going through it and going inside it. Here's the multifunctional complex with the business, offices, and hotel, and a lot of other functions too. And here is the hotel building. Here are the sections of our streets. The top one is a section of Alei Jerozolimskie, where we have reduced the space for traffic on the two lanes. And we have tram lines and bicycle routes, obviously, and the space for pedestrians. And the lower part is a section of a pedestrian street with a lot of space for people and tram lines and of course a bicycle lane. Can you please go back just one more time? As you can see, we are providing a vast and developed system for cyclers to move on our area. Basically they have very wide 3 to 4 meter bike lanes to move on all the streets which we are redeveloping. Here are the visualizations of our indoor spaces. Here's the view to the ground fountain on our pedestrian street. Next. Here is the outdoor-indoor area for people to sit, relax, drink coffee, eat food, have lunch, and on the first plane you can see the trams going and people cycling. And here is the view from Alei Jerozolimskie to our original concept, Brama Zawiszy, to our gate, which consists of the new multifunctional complex, and the building on the left is an existing building currently presented near the square, which will form a gate together with our new building. Next. The public engagement scenario of our project consists of several stages. We want to begin with creating a weekly festival for people to gather on Plaza Zawiszy, and we are going to enclose part of the space, for example the street which we are going to enclose in the future, and provide activities for people to get to know the project and to engage in the processes going on in the square. Also community visioning sessions, information announcing. We are going to take interviews with citizens and transform the project based on their responses. The next stage is the redevelopment of the road system to reduce the traffic and close part of the street. Next, we are going to provide participative design workshops, and social media campaigns. And all this time we're going to advertise our project through social media, through posters on the streets, through newspapers even, and all possible ways. Next we are going to build groups of buildings and then announce the project again and provide exhibitions, augmented reality projects, public presentations and open houses. And the last stage of the project is railway station. Next, please. So, the important thing which we want to introduce is the brand of our square, which is Zawiszy, the gate. And we are going to create graphics good for catchy and good for advertising, for people to remember our brand, to remember our project, and to accept it well in the future. This is it.
Okay, thank you very much.